as we all inhale life. Good smoke as we all learn from the best.
Hey.
Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the block. Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe, the Porchy Pen. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Dos Bible, as read by
yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K the Great. Ha ha! Clap for me, I clap for you. Welcome. Yeah. So we're on Second Kings. Don't ask me what happened because I don't know. But I do know we are on Second Kings. Yeah. Things are happening. We are on Second Kings. We are on chapter 20. This is where it starts. Yeah. This is where it starts and it doesn't end. This fight is still happening. Don't make these people your friend. Yeah, because I said it. If you can avoid being friendly with these people, avoid it. They will turn on you in a heartbeat. So, in those days, Hezekiah was sick and near death. And Isaiah the prophet went to him and said, "Thus says the Lord."
Okay.
what I say. I said, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Wait, I forgot to do stuff because I'm always forgetting to do stuff. I am just not cool. Yeah. Okay. So, so you shall die and not live.
Okay. Then he turned his face toward the wall and prayed to the Lord, saying, Remember now, O Lord, I pray, how I have walked before in truth with a loyal heart and have done what was good in your sight. And Hezekiah wept bitterly. And it happened before Isaiah had gone into the middle court that the word of the Lord came to him, saying,
Return. Go to Hezekiah and say, Psych, God was pulling your finger. He's not really going to die. It's going to be a good time. Yeah. Okay. Because surely I will heal you. On the third day, go to the house of the Lord, and I will add to your days 15 years, and I will deliver you and the city from the hand of the king of Assyria. And I will defend the city for my own sake and for the sake of David. For David's sake. Man, I said that.
My balloon!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Then Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs. And they laid it on the boil, and he recovered. And Hezekiah said to Isaiah, What is the sign the Lord will heal me, and that I should go up to the house of the Lord on the third day? Then Isaiah said, Well, seeing as your leg and your boil being healed wasn't enough for you, let me see. This is a sign to you from the Lord, that the Lord will do the thing which he has spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or backwards 10 degrees? And Hezekiah was like, it's an easy thing for the shadow to go down. But no, let the shadow go backward 10 degrees. So Isaiah the prophet cried out to the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backward, by which he had gone down on the sundial of Ahaz. At that time, Berodach Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters and a present to Hezekiah, for he heard that Hezekiah had been sick. And Hezekiah was attentive to them and showed them everything, like literally everything. There wasn't anything that he didn't show them. Then Isaiah went to Hezekiah and said, uh, Who's that, yo? What they want? And Hezekiah said, I showed them everything. They had seen everything. I showed them. I was so nice, and I showed them how rich we were. And Isaiah, he said, listen to what God said. Okay.
Okay. Behold, the days are coming when all that is in your house and what your fathers have accumulated until this day will be carried to Babylon. Nothing shall be left, and they shall take away some of your sons who will descend from you, whom you will beget, and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of Babylon. Hey, Robert.
So Hezekiah said to Isaiah, and Hezekiah said, oh, that's no big deal because that's going to happen some other time. That's not going to happen to me, so it's fine. You know. Um, Now, the rest of the acts of Hezekiah and all he did, they're written in the book of Chronicles of Judah. And Hezekiah rested with his fathers. Then Manasseh, his son, reigned in his place. Okay. Wow. Only 13 minutes. That's crazy. We might get through a lot of these, but how many chapters are there? Um, 25 chapters. And we are in chapter 21. So that's cool. Okay. So we'll do these two chapters today. Now we might be able to do. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Manasseh was 12 years old when he became king, and he reigned 55 years in Judeland. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, according to the abominations of the nations whom the Lord had cast out before these terrible ass people. And he rebuilt the high places. He raised up altars for Baal. He made wooden images. He worshipped all the hosts of heaven and served them. He built altars in the house of the Lord, on which the Lord had said, this will be my house. And he built altars for all the hosts of heaven in the two courts of God's house. Also, he made his sons pass through fire, practiced soothsaying, used witchcraft, consulted spiritualists and mediums. He did much evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. Brr. He even set a carved image of Asherah that he had made in God's house that Solomon built. He also made one in Jerusalem, in Jewland. Okay. Then he set a carved image of Asherah that he had made in the house which the Lord had said to David and to Solomon, in this house and in Jewland, which I have chosen out of all the tribes, I will put my name forever, and I will not make the feet of these terrible people wander any more from the land which I gave their fathers, only if they are careful and do according to all I have commanded. And according to all that my servant Moses commanded. But they paid no attention, and Manasseh seduced them to do more evil than anybody. And the Lord spoke by his servants the prophets, saying,
Hi, General Piggy. That's what he said. He said, hi, General Piggy. Okay. Wait. So this is what I told the prophet. Because Manasseh, king of Judah, has done these abominations, like way worse than anybody ever. Therefore, behold, I am bringing such calamity upon Jewland and Judah, that whoever hears of it, both his ears will tingle, and I will stretch over Jewland the measuring line of Samaria, and the plummet of the house of Ahab. Yeah, Ahab. What? Plummet the house of Ahab. I will wipe Jewland as one who wipes a dish, wiping it and turning it upside down. So I will forsake the remnant of my inheritance and deliver them into the hand of their enemies, because they have done evil in my sight and have provoked me to anger since the day their fathers came out of Egypt, even to this day. Moreover, oh, there's more. Look, Manasseh shed very much innocent blood till he had filled Jewland from one end to the other. Besides the other shit he did. Look, this guy, He is a bad guy.
A very bad guy. The rest of the acts of Manasseh, they're in the Chronicles of Judah. Manasseh died and was buried in the garden of his own house, in the garden of Uziah. Then his son Ammon reigned in his place. Ammon was 22 years old, and he reigned 2 years in Judah. And he did evil as his father Manasseh had done. He walked in all the ways his father walked, and he served the idols that his father served and worshiped them. He forsook the God of his fathers and did not walk in the way of the Lord. Then his servants conspired against him and killed him in his own house. But the people of the land executed all those who had conspired. Then the people of the land made Josiah king in his place. Now, everything else about Ammon, they're written in the Chronicles of Judah, and he was buried in the garden of Uziah. Then Josiah, his son, reigned in his place. Okay, that has to be the end of that because we've got 4 chapters left. So we're going to do 2 a day. So my grandma's funeral is Tuesday. I'm going to go to Detroit for the first time in a little while. Because when we go to Michigan, we just go to Monroe, Michigan. It's like 4.5 hours from here. And we go there to re-up. But I haven't been to Detroit in a long time. It's been a hot second, for sure. I'm going to see my mom. Maybe I'll go live. Well, actually, it's my grandma's funeral. I probably shouldn't be going live at my grandma's funeral. Because, the funeral's not going to be that long, right? I don't know. I'm probably not going to stay for the whole thing. I'll probably stay for the wake or whatever. I probably won't be there for the burial. But I'll be there for the wake. That's a couple hours or whatever. Maybe for some food. Because I love food. Anyway, General Piggy, are you still here? Or is it one of those I yap, you listen things? Because I don't really have anything. My life is falling apart and I'm having a good time. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I am going to smoke this cigarette and be out of here. And I might actually be able to go to bed kind of not on time because I forgot to take my medicine. So let me get off here so I can take my pills. It'll be a good time. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's such a short night. but you'll thank me for it later. It's time to give the pillow some head, give the sheets some ass, have a postcoital cigarette, smoke a bowl, and then have the sweetest dreams ever. Love y'all so much. Goodbye. Yeah, that's it. Okay.